Alright, this is too much knowledge. You think the viewers are gonna handle this?
I think they'll try. We're going to talk about why Super Dash is even more broken than you think, and why it's just such a good mechanic. We have, I believe, 3 or 4 different tech we're going to show you are involving Super Dash. So let's get started. Which one do you want to start with?
Alright, so we're gonna start with the simple stuff. I do want to just point out, I know Super Dash is literally like not pro, right?
Yeah.
You would say, oh, anyone who uses Super Dash is not good. But I'm gonna say shout out to Axice, alright?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say what Axice told me before, and it made me have a better understanding of Super Dash and why I use it a lot. Okay, Super Dash makes pro players look really good, and it makes bad players look bad.
Yeah,
okay?
that's a great point.
So like, if you're a good player and you Super Dash someone in a tournament, most people would probably be like, oh, that is so smart. Like, it would actually kind of point out that the good player knows what he's doing, and if the bad player just Super Dashes, people would say, oh, he's just Super Dashing, like he take no skill, you know, because that's kind of how it goes about. Now, Super Dashing, alright?
Yeah.
Super Dashing is literally, the first thing I want to talk about is, everybody knows Bardock has a lariat.
Yeah. Are we talking about in general, or are we starting to talk about one of the techs?
Yeah, we're talking about the text right now.
Okay. Go ahead.
I just wanted to give an explanation on Super Dashing and why you should use it. And don't worry about what anybody is saying. Like, you're not bad for Super Dashing.
Oh, no.
Okay?
Super Dash is strong.
Of course, Super Dashing is super strong, and we all know this already. But it's also a risk. Like, if I Super Dash you and you 2H me, that's massive damage. Like, that's literally massive damage.
Yeah, a heavy
it's all about
scales
the
like
risk.
a medium.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this is why Goichi and most like top players, they don't want to Super Dash because they're risking so much because of one button. When they could just neutrally control everything. That's why, you know, most players don't Super Dash. But it doesn't mean you shouldn't Super Dash. Your playstyle may not be just like Goichi. My playstyle is heavily on Super Dash as well as, you know, neutral control.
Yeah.
And Super Dash just kind of brings the fear in people when you're just rushing at the opponent. So anyways, let's get into the first tech. Okay, so Bardock automatically has the lariat, right?
Yeah.
That's literally like a punish. So if you would have approached me, like, go ahead and instant air dash me heavy and try to attack after.
Okay. Yeah.
If you would have constantly punched right there, you would have got punished.
Definitely.
That's why I wanted. Yeah, so try it again. That's a punish. Now, Bardock, of course, he has that, but everyone has the universal punish. So go ahead and do it again. That's actually a punish.
And it's really, it's even more strong than you think, because most people are gonna do like this, right? They're gonna do like.
Yeah, exactly.
You're just gonna go over it.
Of course, Super Dash is risky. Don't get it twisted. Like, there's an answer to everything. Like, of course, if I reflect in Super Dash, the opponent needs to be aware, and then he could just 2H me for doing it. But that's the condition in it. You know, the meta hasn't really shifted to that. Nobody really is doing things like this, so no one really cares about situations about, like, who's gonna instant air dash heavy and just know that they get reflected and know they got a 2H. Like, of course, if someone's reflecting and you switch out, then of course, you know, the opponent would anticipate and probably 2H you.
Now, if people are just looking at this, they're like, oh, he just reflected in Super Dash. That's really basic. So tell them why that this is so good. Why is this a pro level tech?
Okay, so
in certain situations,
once you reflect,
yeah,
most people would do instant air dash, right, and then just do something out of the ordinary, like, you know, something like that. Now go ahead and try to reflect this.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens. That's a punish. I actually get caught by that a lot. Because most people, when I do a block string and go from the other side, you can just press Super Dash and then go to the opponent. It's dumb. It's dumb. That tech alone is pretty good. And people kinda don't want to Super Dash most of the time because, you know, they are thinking it's a bad player. The funny thing is, most people that I play, they hardly Super Dash, so the game gets easier for me.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Because I don't have to worry about things. I could just be like, okay, he doesn't want to Super Dash me. I guess I could do a lot of things right now, and Super Dash won't punish me. Super Dash is like one of the best punish.
Yeah, it is.
And it's universal.
Here's why, in my opinion, Super Dash is so good. First of all, when you're playing neutral, it's like a game of rock, paper, scissors, right? You have press buttons, right? So you have attack, you have backup, so like run away or evade, right? And you have move forward, advance, right? And those are like your three options, right? If you go for an attack, that'll beat moving forward. Moving forward will beat backing up, because you're pushing them toward the corner, right? And backing up will beat attack. If you make the attack whiff, you can whiff punish, right? So you have your three levels, your rock, paper, scissors. This is why Super Dash is so good. Super Dash moves forward, it attacks, and it evades. It does all three. That's why it's such a strong neutral tool. It evades, it puts out a hitbox, one that tracks, and it covers distance too. It gets you close to the opponent, no matter where you are. All right.
That is a fact.
Tech number 2. Let's hear it.
All right, so I already revealed the most brain dead tech.
Yep.
You know, now I'm gonna try to get more advanced. Okay. Once you kind of get the gist of how like good Super Dashes is, you start to understand how neutral works with Super Dash. So, for instance, full screen Super Dash, right? Of course, this is unsafe, so don't 2H me. But if you did get away with a Super Dash, and I do instant air dash light, like right there, the best way to punish it, there's multiple ways to punish it, but we'll just talk about the simple way, is hitting light to punish it, right? Most people after the Super Dash, they have options to dash forward after the Super Dash, and you're just gonna press light, right? So if I dash at you, a simple light should beat me for dashing forward, right? Yeah. So doing this from full screen is actually a risky, like it's 50-50. It's either it's either I do something like this, or I dash forward. Yeah. So doing this from full screen is bad, but doing it from above the opponent from this high, it's actually like OD.
Now, I already know what you mean, but go ahead and show them.
Yeah, it's kind of an option select. So if I were to go like this, I gotta do it correctly. I haven't done it in a long time.
I can no longer light you.
Yeah, you can no longer light me. The whole point of knowing about this is you're safe, you know? As long as you don't get punished, you can do whatever you want. That's basically how this game works. If you do not get punished, then you can do whatever you want. So if I do this to you and you cannot punish me, I could actually like neutrally do what I want to you, and you can't punish me. Not even a 2H can punish this. So if you went for a 2H, I could probably punish you for even doing that. Now, let's say you did do light, right? And I want to punish you. I could just simply do something like this. Well, that was weird, but you see, like that little key blast kind of punishes you for even like going crazy with the.
You should be able to just do medium too, right?
The fact that you're dashing forward with the Videl, like maybe with let's try Yamcha. Let's first see.
Yeah, that time you got me.
Now this is kind of why Hook likes to do something like this. Like, this is why Hook, when he does like a block string and then he goes like this, it's because you're really not gonna punish him. Like if you're gonna 2H him, okay, fine, you caught the Super Dash, you know. But if you can't punish after the Super Dash, then like I can do whatever I want if you do this. Especially if you're trying to like block, I could actually just go behind you and do whatever I want. But I also want to say this too: if you get hit by the Super Dash, the same scenario would help you. This is high-tech level.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is if they get hit by it. So, see, I did that slowly a little, but
there it is.
Yeah, there it is.
We had to prove that we knew what we were talking about. We weren't scrubs.
Yeah. All I'm saying is this is high-level stuff, so people who's not good at doing this will drop it. But if you are trying to be high-level, doing this is actually the best neutral way. Just don't get 2H'd.
Yeah, that's the only thing. You have to mix it up. It's super, super strong. Most people are gonna want to jump at you and try to anti-air you before you even come down. Some people are gonna sit on the ground and wait to down heavy. And in those instances, you can just call your assist. You can do something like this, or you can do something like this, like fade it out, try to get them to down heavy, or you can super dash earlier than they would think. Tech number 3 this is the best one, right?
Most people won't see how good it is. This actually is the best one, where I've told you about that.
Yeah.
Because it's universal and brain dead, but it does take skill. I've learned this in Japan when I went to Tokyo the other day.
You mean when you won that online tournament and got free travel to Japan? Dude.
Yeah, that's definitely what it was.
You've won free travel to Japan. You've won free travel to Evo, hotels. Man, you get so much cool free stuff. I'm sorry,
Man,
I went off on that.
Hard, bro.
I went off on that jealous tangent for a second.
It's all right, man.
Go ahead.
Right, I'm gonna do light, and everybody knows the light, medium can come out, right? Light, 6M can come out. Basically, light right there, it's its own 50-50. People might not know about this, but light super dash is actually a good 50-50. Okay,
yep.
I'll explain why. So, if I did light and super dash with an assist, that's actually true. And you know, you've seen a lot of people players like Hook, Koichi, they use these things, but you're not really understanding why it's one of the best tools. So let's say, for instance, I'm gonna do like a simple trash block string, right? So if I go like this, you know, just waste both of my assists and then super dash after, I could actually escape. Sometimes when you got the game lead, you would want to like do your block string. If they block it all, then just back up. You know, it's kind of sometimes better to do that.
Yeah, I've seen
now,
Koichi do this. I've seen a lot of high level, even Japanese players. They'll do this. They'll just be like, and then they'll back up and get out, and they're safe. Explain why this is so good.
Okay, so if you didn't know this, guys, super dashing in a block string is a true frame trap. All right, frame trap is basically if you do not reflect DP or level 3 and you try to do anything else but that, like if you're not blocking and you're trying to punch and do whatever, super dash would actually punish you. So if they know that you like to like stagger, so I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna try to punch you back. If they really like to do that, super dash would punch them in their face for even trying to. And it's like I said, it's safe to escape pressure. And it's also a like pressure giver. Like I could dash forward if I wanted to apply pressure. So there's a lot of like useful things you could do with super dash alone. You can like super dash jump in the air, you know, bait something. You can super dash and just continue the pressure. You can
see that time I thought you were gonna jump. I tried to jump and I got hit.
Yeah, you could super dash and escape. You know, like there's so many things super dash is so good for for your opponent blocking it. Yeah, 6M is un-2Hable, but this is, so it's kind of a 50-50 if your opponent is not wanting to block. Of course, these are not scary. It's not scary at all. But if your opponent is like really like just losing patience and saying, oh my god, this opponent that I'm playing is just doing shit and he wants to do something to punish you, he needs to punish you correctly. So if he knows that you're going to super dash, or if he thinks you're going to do whatever, you can go for the 6M. Kind of brain dead.
Double LL, if you don't know who he is, he wins the HOC on a regular basis. He's beaten top level players like Hook Gang God, Axe Ice in tournament, and a lot more than that. You gotta check out his Patreon.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Okay.
I was gonna plug that in.
Yeah, go ahead and plug it.
I was gonna say, like, if anybody wants more hidden tech, like, I definitely will show you in my Patreon.
Tell Double L his forbidden jutsu is appreciated. Forbidden jutsu. I should have called it that.
Forbidden jutsu, yo, that's actually.
Yeah. Double and L and I, we get together all the time, just about every day. He's probably my best friend online, and we talk about tech. We hang out. We play games together. Double L is such a good guy. Thank you so much for helping me out today. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Follow this man, subscribe to his Patreon. See you next time. Thank you for tuning in, guys.
Peace.